So if you're stuck at the crib, I need you to use social media and create your own vision board. Start deleting, banning, putting everybody that drops that negative stuff on your timeline. Yo, man, get them off your timeline to increase your algorithms and improve your algorithms. Get some better stuff on your timeline, man. Enjoy your social media again. Yo, man, it's the first Saturday in July, so I gotta give it up for all those people who will be on the barbecue pit. Ooh, it's hot as hell in Houston, and you know whoever is on the pit, that is a lonely ass job, because nobody wants to be out there while you smoking in 100-degree heat. You sometimes have to smoke by yourself. Yo, man, I give it up to y'all. I give it up to y'all. I don't even eat meat anymore. I can't stand outside the pit. I can't teach my son how to do the pit work. But damn it, I can sure be grateful for everybody else who was out there doing it. Swinging and banging on the ones and twos allowed me to reintroduce myself to you. I'm Kendrick Avant, your agent of gratitude, because all I'm doing is sliding in with that gratitude journal and reminding you to write down the why stories so you can overcome the abandonment, the critical illness, and the imposter syndrome. My number one intention today, if you got your journal, if you're grinding with me, if you are working with me, you can be doing this out of a spiral notebook. You can be doing this on clean sheets of paper. You can do this on dirty napkins. This is about the action, the intention of writing down these why stories, knowing what you're doing. That way you don't have the negative thoughts running through your head. So here we go. My intention today, I've got to start taking my vitamins. I have put this in a call to action sometime last week, never started them back up. I haven't taken a vitamin in over a month. I feel good, I feel great, but I know I could be feeling better. I know I could be doing better. My body knows it could be better if I had these vitamins that I've spent years finding out which ones are so essential and everything to me. So, starting up with my stomach and my intestinal stuff first. That's what I'm doing. That's my number one intention. Okay, the call to action, I've got to set up a whole new month of planning and plotting and what I'm doing on the podcast and everything else. It has worked out great the last 2 months I've done this. I did it all the way in May, did it all in June, and I'm already a little bit late for July. But that's what my call to action is today. I've got to set up my new social media calendar. Yes, I learned something new. So my wife told me about how Netflix has dropped in Old School and dropped in Napoleon Dynamite. Yo, man, it's about to be a good ass 4th of July weekend for your boy. Old School is the one that has Will Ferrell and the dude with the crooked nose, Owen Wilson. Either way, those two cats. Oh, and the homie Vince Vaughn is in there, banging. And what it ends up being about is one of the guys has marriage problems, moves into a apartment that's like on a college dorm area, and they end up starting up their own fraternity. That way they can stay at the college dorm, and it gets wild out, dog. I love that movie, man. I love that movie, Old School. And then Napoleon Dynamite, that's where the kid, he's in high school, and I think they're in Utah or something. And it's a pure comedy too, man. Pure comedy too. And Napoleon Dynamite is just about a kid on his last year of graduation and all the shit he goes through in high school, at this school. He gets pure comedy. Neither one of these movies has a black person anywhere in the starring roles, anything, shit like that. Old School has some black people in it. Damn it, I just rolled because these mugs are funny as hell. So that's what I learned new today. Oh, that Netflix has Old School, and Netflix had Napoleon Dynamite. King's Care. I am doing some squats today. That's what my King's Care is. Plain and easy. Squats. What had me stop my scrolling was this story coming out of Florida. Dog, Florida's had to do a quarantine because they've been invaded by the African land snail. It's like a big ass, like a snail you'll see in the pictures, but it's like a snail that gets to be about 8 inches long. It's a big ass snail, dog. And the problem is these snails can, over the course of maybe 4 to 6 months, they can drop 1,000 eggs. So it's just like they just take over shit. They're big, they're nasty, and they just keep doing it. So if 1,000 drop 1,000, you got a problem, dog. You got a problem. So they've already had to call in, and they got some wild out shit going in Florida. I told y'all about the snakes. I told y'all about the something else in Florida. The birds are going hard. I don't know, it was something else. Either way, man, if animals are taking over, Florida is where they are popping it off first. Damn, what do y'all do down there in Florida? I got one goal today. I've got to finish Stranger Things with my daughter. She's gonna end up watching that whole mug without me. I've watched the last couple of seasons with her. That's the only time I can get that time with her. So that's my goal, to watch this last part of Stranger Things with my daughter. Queen starts, let's get this sucker rocking. Act it like this. We all have a spark within us. It's made up of our charisma and energy. When we sparkle, we can illuminate an entire room. Throughout our lives, our spark waxes and wanes like the moon. Sometimes we feel its warmth, and other times it's hard to find. To keep your spark alive and well, do things that light you up. Allow yourself to shine and be seen. Told y'all, I like this one. What are the things that set your soul on fire? Oh man, storytelling. And I do this with the gratitudes. I found this out, and that's what keeps out the negative thoughts and everything else. It's these stories that I write down. It's these stories that are going in my head. It's these stories I tell other people about. It's the reason why I added the King's News. It's why I can go so hard on what I learned today. Telling stories sets my soul on fire. When I was a school teacher, I know the kids didn't love me because of the lesson that I gave out. It's because the energy, the stories that I'm telling, how much fun I'm having with these pronunciated names and everything else. So I know that's what sets my soul on fire. Storytelling. Comment. Tell me what you got. What sets your soul on fire? Gratitudes. I know y'all ready to jump on this pit. Y'all got work to do, man. Here we go. Number 1, I found my sock. Hear me out, dog. It popped off last night when I was, you put your feet up in weird positions trying to pull socks off. So it pops off, flies off in the dark somewhere. I have no idea where it went. I knew I was going to spend too long looking for it, end up making my knees hurt, all types of stuff. But nope, when I woke up this morning, it saved me because that sock ended up having popped off, and it landed somewhere near the computer monitor, and it's right beside the computer monitor light. That tells you how bad that sock popped off. To know it go from the bed to like the computer, instead of going on the floor, it goes up in the air. That was the struggle I was going through with that sock, man. Glad I found that mug. Gratitude number 2. Kid number 3 was looking for me all weekend, and I appreciate that. We got to get that Stranger Things going. That filled up my heart because it's the only time, I was telling the story too quick earlier, it's the only time I truly get to hang with her. And if she's looking for me, then I know it means I'm somebody to her. Aw, yeah, That sentimental shit'll get me, dog. It'll get me. Number 3, last one. The Cornell notes that I had been putting as the call to action. I had put the Cornell notes as what I need to do. I had put it as an intention. When I finally got it done, it made a huge difference at work. I felt a lot more confident. I knew what I had been doing because I had written it down a few times, trying to get it just right, had highlighted certain parts, had it on left and right side. And I got my first membership, got my first task in. Yeah, dog, I feel great about that. And that's because I had my Cornell set good to go. That's what I had. Y'all be pretty, stay grateful, enjoy your 4th of July. I'm trying to tell you, man, on that pit work, if you grubbing, helping season the meat before he gets on the pit, all of y'all, I salute you. I'm out. Thinking better, being better starts with you getting a gratitude journal and following me every day on this journey. It all starts with you.